Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's find 7.
56. Mike, 56.
Hey! I 7.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st down, Drake. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's been a long day for you. Check 26. Check 26.
Hey, Rip 5-2. Out here.
From midfield, here's Wentz. This is hauled in by Deontay Burnett. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here we go. Waiting.
They'll run on 1st down. Drake. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 27 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On first down, right back to Lindsay. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check.
80 weapon. Hey, exit. Now.
From just shy of midfield. Lock. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Broncos.
Let's go. 70. Indy. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Down. 90 Wolf.
Right there. 56. And get that ball.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
You don't want my 56.
Hey.
56. 56 the muck, boys. 56.
Hey, orbit.
Rabbit.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience. There, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here we go. 180. Hey.
On 1st down, it's Drake. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
56. Let's go.
Great 57.
Let's go.
Bravo.
56 to Mike.
To throw is Wentz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Running from the shotgun with Dre. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And a cut to the sideline. And all the way down to the 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Waiting!
I got you, son. I got you. You're online. You're online, baby. Get this. You're online. Pick that.
Outside, solid.
Here's Wentz to throw. That's complete to Arthega right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you can definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. To throw on 2nd and 10. Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Here we go. 60 or. Pilot, 64. Weak. 5.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Throwing on first down is Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Locke. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a first down throw that's complete. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the run.
Ready?
Locke now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. That was going to let it go deeper. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Locked again here on second and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a third and 10.
Single, slot. Hey,
Alpha.
Here we go.
Five.
Locke looks to throw it again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Play action. Now Wentz. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Man, 5-7. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing is Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he connects with Ertz. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. Past the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come to 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
56 is the mark. Got to do better.
Again, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string some. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack? And the pressure gets to him again.
Now that's the way to start the 2nd half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Rock it, rock it.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go, here we go. 280!
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Here, here.
Go get him, go get him. Rush in, rush in.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Done. 280!
Right there, 56. Defense wins.
46 down, man, 5-4. Hey, exit.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Let's go, baby, return.
Here, here.
Let's get that ball. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Here we go, here we go. Wait,
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. It's complete to Drake. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Go. 180!
Check.
Lose 5-7.
Down to lose 1. Mike 56. Mike 56. I smell feet.
Throwing now is Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Samson Abukum. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
56 to Mike. 56.
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Fine.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Pack. 180!
Hey, watch
74, 74. Done.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he hits Drake. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Ready, ready. 60 or.
Not today, you want. Not today.
Clock now on first down. Caught by Allen. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9.
Ready, ready.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Bravo.
That's what I do.
Lead grip. Lead grip.
Block now to throw. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going with Lindsey, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Kill, kill. Hey, forward, Tokyo. Protein spill.
Kill.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Straight 15. Hey, solid.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
55, Mike, 55.
Wentz now on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Just like that. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55. All day, punk. Mike 55.
Wentz going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Eagles on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile.
Motion. 55, Mike 55.
Hey, foxtrot.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 28 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then dropped just inside the 20. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
57.
Check Mike. Watch 55. Let's go.
Now Wentz again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. After the turnover, here's Locke. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
31 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Rolling to his right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
5-9. Hey, Echo.
56.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz, wide open receiver, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now Wentz on third down. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Lefty. Check 49.
Watch the edge.
82.
From the gun, it's Drake. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the run. It's south, baby. That's baby south.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
120.
56. Watch the run.
Let's go. Let's go.
56.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And Jeffrey's got it. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard
56. Right there. 56.
Wentz to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Zach Brown able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Running, it's Drake. Room to run pass. past midfield, and he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Eagles, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.